the daily, zoom out, zoom out, 4 hour. I'm gonna start at 6 a.m. Let that start to play here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's extremely nice. Okay. Oops. Okay. Might have to change this. Oh, it's okay. Okay. 30-minute. Oh. Okay. So let's take a look here first at the daily. Let's take a look here into the daily. And when we take a look at the daily, we're just going to zoom out here. Zoom out, and we see that it broke this top here. So it broke this top. Kind of a so if it breaks the top, it might want to retrace. So let's first zoom in and kind of see where we're at. It might want to retrace. It's in a pretty big uptrend. It looks like it's trying to break this top actually. So let's kind of zoom in here on the 4 hour. So we have this particular top that's trying to be broken. And we're just gonna zoom in again. Make sure I'm live. Alright. And we're gonna zoom in again. And when you zoom in, we see here there's this level of support here. So there's a level of resistance at the top here. And a level of support right here. So we'll just zoom in again. See, it does look like it wants to break that top. We have support here to the bottom. Okay, so when we zoom into the 30-minute, yeah, this support's looking really nice. Let's move that a little bit. And then we have, to be on the safe side, we have this level of resistance right there. Zooming in one more time. We just zoom out, zoom in, move this. So you have this level of support here, and you have this level of resistance here. So let's see what can happen. Price may want to break out the top here. It is 6:23 on the simulator. 6:23 a.m. on the simulator. So this will be Eastern Standard Time. I wonder if this is like a level of resistance. Like that right there. Because it came out and it's coming out now. So like I wonder if this can be established. But now we're getting a new candle. I don't want to basically say that is a level of resistance. I want to be on the safe side. Look for buys outside of here. Because if we get buys outside of here, then we can confidently say that because we are breaking out of this area on the daily, which was a strong level of resistance, we are more than likely heading to the top if it breaks this top level. But if it starts to break down into the lows, then we can say, and it's like around this area, it's like around this area, that's the lows. So that would be the daily kind of flipping. I mean, it's not like a 100% that it is going to start selling, but it would be like an impulse move that we're looking for. We can also look for a little bit of structure when we zoom in, right? So when we zoom in, we can see here there's a strong level of support. We even have like a level of support here if we wanted to definitely take an impulse move. But the more confident move would be over to this area right here, which going in and zooming again would be this area right here and this area right here. So we are definitely just waiting right now. Yeah, so if we had assumed that this level was a level of support, that would be like very nice. Then, and we entered into a buy situation, we would have gone up like 5 pips. It's not terrible, but then shot down like 10. No, sorry, well, like 6, right? So it's one of those ones where this area probably isn't the best. This wick is kind of like the one thing I will say, however, is that if you look, price broke above this area, but now we have this candle that closed as a bearish candle. So if it closes as a bearish candle, then more than likely that uptrend is cancelled, that uptrend idea is cancelled, and we're going to continue to break lows. So like if I enter into a buy position right now, I'd probably be in a losing position, but breaking these lows would probably yield a selling position, and now we kind of want to identify to what area. So this area looks like a really good area that price would continue to. We're just going to come over here and just keep it coming over here. So that right there is about 13 pips, which is not terrible. That's pretty good. We do have this little wick right here that we have to keep in mind, but that's okay. So right here we're breaking above, but I'm thinking of areas that it would sell to. Another area would be like right there. Buying wise, if it continued buying, we would just look for 10 pips, 20 pips is the max. We're breaking lows here on the 30-minute time frame. Gotta drink some water. As we're breaking lows, I'm thinking of like a paper trade in my mind, whereby I've just opened a sell on the break of this low. This is like a really, really, really impulsive move, but this would be like a paper trade. Definitely just a paper trade. And I want to incorporate more of those in my trading plan, more paper trading, and just stick to my trading plan. Recently I've changed to 3 to 5 trades per week. This week I've over traded by 1 trade, so I took 6 this week. Had I not taken that, had I not over traded this week, I more than likely would have been way more efficient, immensely more efficient. So I'm going to take that into next week and just really sit on my hands a lot. So right here we're retracing. In my trading now, what I'm also incorporating is if I take, that's why these trades aren't really, really, really good, because, well, I mean, if you had taken this trade at the break of this candle, it would have been much better. But like these particular types of trades, they always like wake up, like in between 2 levels of support or resistance, and then a whole lot of candles to the left, they always wake back up. So all this to the left, all this to the left hand side is just terrible. As you can see, we're creating lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. I think it might continue to keep breaking lows and then continue to here with maybe the New York open momentum. So right here we're at 8 a.m. This is the 8 a.m. candle, New York open candle. It's quite literally ranging. It is not doing anything. This is looking like it's going to be a no trade day. This is Thursday, January 5th. Okay, January 5th, 2014. Really? Okay. That's okay. That's okay. So right here, we are looking like we're trying to break above. Wait, I'm taking this off to remain patient. To remain patient. It's always about patience. You could at the same time say like even though this kind of like came and then we came up and then we broke down, you can say that like this area still is some sort of like resistance because you have candles that couldn't break above this area and then you finally had a candle that broke above, right? So you could say this is technically a level of resistance. It's just this wick right here is kind of like deterring me from entering anything, which I mean it's not bad because your Forex account can be a savings account, right? So as it breaks the top here, I'm thinking of a paper trade here. So a paper trade may be entered as we break the top here. Let me zoom in one more time. So paper trade might be entered right here as we break the top, and we have, oh, did we break the top? No, we haven't broken it yet. If it breaks the top, a paper trade will be open here, but nothing's been opened at all. So zoom out here. Oh, if I opened that, oh man, that would have shot up. Oh man, that would have been a move. Oh man, that would have been a move. Oh man, look at that. I wouldn't have had any time to like move my stop losses or anything. Was there news? Let me see here. Past events show like 10 of those. Let me see, 8:30. There was some medium news here. Yeah, there was some medium and high news. Okay, so it was Thursday with a lot of volume. This way you gotta look at days with news. I didn't look at news this day. I need to actually mark that down. One moment, I'll be right back. Yeah, so what I was saying is this is why it's always good to check news because even though I did like call this trade and explain it too, like I was saying, like if you go back in the video, I was saying that that you can in fact consider this as a level of resistance because there was candles that couldn't break above it, these ones, and then this one finally did. So even though we did have a reversal, like if we go back, like there was a brand new 1 hour candle, right? So on the lower time frames, it hinted at price going this way. So I did like refer to that before we broke up. The 4 hour had a very, very strong, how do you say, bullish rhythm to it as well. It had this huge bullish candle, as well as a doji candle, or you can even say that's a hammer candle. So then it followed up with a reversal of a sort, created some level of support. When it did, it then created higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then if you consider this 4 hour and kept that 4 hour into consideration and that structure just on the higher time frames, it also did make sense. So that's what I'm going to be watching for. I'm just going to quickly make note of that. So basically, when it comes to news, you always want to just keep that into consideration, because there was no telling whether news is going to be good or bad. So generally speaking, I try to stay away from news. Let's even actually going to see if there's news tomorrow. Let's see if there's news tomorrow. New window. Let's see here. Forex. What day is it tomorrow? It's July 22nd. So what I'll do really quickly is I'll say tomorrow, Friday, 8:30. Not really, no. However, is it from my time right now? 10:12. Yeah, it is. I would be trading up until 8:39, 8:39. So nothing. We do have this 9:45, 10 a.m. ish. That may work. That may very well work. We'll see. I might not trade at all tomorrow. Okay. So let me just make that quick note. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. This is just doing whatever. So make sure to focus on news. Alright, I was just making some notes here, but basically that's basically the day for this Thursday, and then we're gonna go to the Friday. We didn't take any trades that day. I'm just really being conservative today, even on the simulator, which is fine. You see price went up and then closed and then came back down, so we're just gonna object list and we're gonna delete everything. I'm gonna delete everything. Let's see here. Just control B. Control B. Alright. I feel like that Thursday really had some great structure, just in terms of like that last resistance that I drew out, and the candles just not being able to close above it, and then finally it did. It had really good structure. Like, let's see if this one also has good structure. I mean to say, like, it looks quite similar to what we were dealing with before. Price did break above, so we have that level of support that looks like it's gonna be reached and then created, right? And then below that level of support, we have like possibly price looking to come into this area, right? So that would be approximately like 20 pips, right? So when we draw that out, it would be that, you know, like past this level of support, you know, we have 20 pips right here. So in this area, prices would be looking to come if it continues. Now we have this level of support that looks like it's being broken as a most recent level of support. So I think that's what I want to kind of focus on right now, and just kind of see what's happening from the closer end of things. But at the same time, I want to say to myself, even though that is new data, like what is going on in this area as well. So that's kind of what I want to look for, and also look at. So that is looking like it is. Let's see. So that first and foremost, when we take a look here into the when we zoom in, we can see here that this was this level of support here, right? So that level of support was just broken by these candles. In that happening, okay, bear with me one moment. All right, sorry about that. So it did break that level of support that was right there, and it came to around this level of support and created a kind of a second level of support right here. So as I'm speaking, I'm seeing that this level of support is kind of being broken back into, and price may want to continue to maybe this level and then maybe continue this level and possibly to this level. So we'll start here. This is the 1 hour. So we have to zoom in. Price from an overall standpoint. Let me zoom out. So again, prices broke out of this and is now returning. We have this level of resistance here, which would kind of deter me from wanting to get in. But then above that level, we have clear price until here. So that's how many pips? 11 pips. We have this level of resistance, and then past that level of resistance, we have price coming to around this area. I believe that might be that 20 pip range I was referring to. It's around 12, 13. We want to be pretty exact, so we'll just leave that as is. Let's kind of zoom in. There's quite a bit of organization to this day's setup. Let's check news. Let's check news. So when it comes to news, when we take a look at either USD or GPJ, the pound, we have here at 8:30, we have high level news on the pound. Okay, so it's either that we're finishing our trading day at 8:30, so we're gonna want to catch some sort of trade before that, right? Whoa. Wait, what? What just happened there? Okay. So definitely didn't mean for that to happen, but that's okay. That's okay. It just means we just means we get to go to Monday. So right here, this is the kind of a level of support that I was referring to on the higher time frames, because when we zoom in here, we can kind of see that there was a floor created, and then that floor was broken through, and price actually closed below that floor. So not only did it like break that level, but it also closed below. So zooming in, we can see that it happened on the 1 hour, right? So now that is a relevant zone that when price breaks back into levels like this, it actually does give you a nice price action in those areas. Deterrence for getting into those trades would be what's to the left, because you have all this, and it's just mess. It's just messy, just a whole lot of ranging, right? So there's nothing to say that price won't do the same things. But if we get a candle that closes above this area, then we can go into this area, which is 10 pips, right? So we want price to actually break out of this area. And I've seen a lot of times that when price breaks out and then like comes back and respects this area by closing below it, or kind of sometimes coming back below this area, then you can get situations where price continues to break levels of support and continues in this area, right? So that's a possibility. And then from this area to this area is like, again, that 13-14 pip range. So right here we have price breaking into this area very smoothly. We're about to have news in about an hour. News in about an hour. I'm not gonna be on the stream very, very long. I'm just gonna probably be on here for like another 40 minutes or so. Quick session. Maybe another, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe like 40, 50 minutes. We'll see. We will see. So right here we had price there was trouble with price breaking into this area, and then it actually did, and now it's just really ranging. This is kind of what I was referring to. So maybe the trade is actually price breaking up into this area to give you about 8 pips. You secure like about 4 pips. It's Friday, so you move your stop loss to 4 pips, and you call that a Friday, and you just sit on your hands for the rest of the day. So that's a possible trade. But I'm thinking like from a selling standpoint, where would I want price to like really break? And I think the answer to that is really hard. I mean, I'm gonna learn more and more. It seems like it's gonna be like right here though. That's what it seems like, that I would want it to break below. Because then you have, no, that's still really messy. Man, today feels like it's going to be really messy. So I guess it would be right here. Like you'd open up a sell with anticipation of the New York Open, like pushing price down. But like I think because it's like, whenever it's like pre-news, there's only really one move. And this might have been the move. I'll be right back. Yeah, so right here, price is breaking above. I'm wondering to myself, like, no, there's no trade needed to be open because it's Friday, and there's gonna be news really soon. So like, had I seen this maybe at like 6:30, I would have been like, okay, yeah, like there's a potential move coming. But no, there's no potential move. What I do want to see is, with this structure on the 1 hour, what happens at 8:30? Okay, so we're about to get the New York Open right now. Let me zoom in. New York Open right now. This is the New York Open right before news. Let's see what's about to happen. Really just looking like an up down situation, looking like it's breaking lows. Like right here you can see it's up down. Let's see here, breaking lows. This may be a retracement to not break below here and then shoot back up. We'll see. But I have no idea what's going to happen. The only thing I can see is that price did break into this area, of area of price, but then also then broke back up. So I can see price being broken here, and then maybe like stop losses being placed around this area, and then letting news take you the distance. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Oh, if it breaks this low, then it's not a possibility anymore. It means that price is going to continue to break lows and more than likely just come in this area. But we'll see. Yeah, it just broke that low. Price is going to probably continue to break lows in this case. As we near the New York Open, sometimes before the sorry, not New York Open, before the news happens. Sometimes before the news happens, you get like a very strong push. Like for instance, this candle was like, what is this, 9 hours? Like I mean, like you get a push of like 20-30 bips before news. Like it's crazy. Um, and sometimes you get nothing. Like this was just nothing. I don't know what this was. Down 12 pips, up 12, down 12, up about 12, 13, 14. You know, it's like a really rangy situation. Okay, so we're about to get news. I'm not trading this. I just want to see what it's going to look like on the 1 hour. Let's see. It's about 30 seconds. 20, 10, 9. Okay. News is about to come up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's see what happens. This is news. Oh, news obliterated the markets. Oh, look at that. That's actually so nice. So this is like a pre-news candle. This is the news candle. It shot down 10 pips. It kept breaking lows and breaking lows and breaking lows and breaking lows. Just shooting down. I'm not in any trades while this happens. There is no need to be, because with news you can just see it. It's just wicking back up. So what's gonna happen with news? There's no saying whether or not. Yeah, look, price might just shoot all the way up. Like news is like that sometimes. It's interesting. Look at that! It shot down 12 pips and then shot right back up in like a minute on the simulator. Oh my gosh! There's nothing drawn on this. It's just, but wow, that literally happened in a minute. That's crazy. This music is just way too relaxing. It used to be like 10 times faster. Bear with me, I'll be right back. Oof. Okay. Alright, so that's a lot better. A lot better. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the next day. Let's see. Oh, no. Take it back. Okay, so this is the Thursday. Oh my gosh. When you're tired, but you don't even know it. Okay, so right here, we're just gonna bring it back one. Okay, yeah, and then we're gonna bring it forward by an hour, 2 hours, and I'm not gonna play it. So, okay, so right here, this is kind of overbearing. So I'm just gonna turn this down. DJ mode. All right, so let's see here. So one of the first things we want to do is start fresh, like to just take off all the drawing tools. Just take off all the drawing tools. So I'm gonna Control B. So delete, Control B, and then delete. And let's see here. Control B, delete. Control B. So when we start with a fresh analysis, we're really getting to the nitty gritty of trying to be perfect in the market. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this, and we're gonna start at the higher time frames. So the same kind of scenario where we're breaking out of this level that was to the left was a pretty strong level. Um, However, now we're creating a level of support, and it looks like we might break this level of support. So that said level of support is like right here. So it looks like we might want to break that level of support. It's not 100% transparent yet, but if we do, I can see us getting down to this area. Price may want to just continue. We do have this candle which closed bullish on support. So if that's the case, okay, bear with me one moment. One moment. All right, let me close this. So we have this level of support right here. So price looks like when it was at this level of support right here, it dropped like wow, that's like 50 pips. It's like 50 pips. So there's the potential that price might want to come back to this area, but hard to say. So then we have this level of resistance right here, and beginning of the week. So we're not gonna rush anything, but I think I'm gonna be more aggressive today. Because it's the beginning of a week, and I just feel more confident at the beginning of a week. So it's not to say that I don't feel confident all the time when I'm trading, but it's to say that at the beginning of the week there's going to be more momentum as opposed to at the end of the week when there's less momentum. So if you're trading when there's momentum, you're going to want to trade confidently at the beginning of the week. And then you're gonna want to not have your foot on the gas pedal as much at the end of the week. Even both the beginning and end of the week, there's still gonna be less momentum, but like for instance, like this is like the end of the week. This is like Friday. So in that sense, there was a lot of momentum on Friday. So if we, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to be able to talk more about what's going on in the market structure. So I'm going to slow that down. So we have this level of support here. Zooming into the 30-minute, this level of support is cringeworthy to say the least. Oh gosh. The reason why I say that is because each one of these basically signifies some actually, could just say this was an up, like price just moving in an upward momentum. Zoom out. Price breaking that low can get to here potentially, and then further on it can get to, let's say, like here. So as price breaks this low here, I'm thinking about getting into a sell. We have this wick right here. We'll see. So I'm going to be a bit more aggressive here and just start to actually trade here. Let's go to my actual trades. So as price starts to retrace, I'm thinking to myself that I'm going to want to close 50% of this trade. So I'm going to close partial. Actually, I'm gonna close the entire thing. beginning of the week, price did not go in my favor when I thought it would. When I thought it would break these lows, I thought it would continue in my favor, but I guess I have to be more patient. Ooh. Let me go ahead and put my stop losses on. That would make me feel a lot more confident as well, and my take profit. Because essentially, with GU specifically, it can literally do like 30-40 pip moves in the blink of an eye, right? So, like in that sense, you really just want to be patient, and not not rush anything. So I'm probably just gonna go on this stream for like 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it. So maybe that's like Monday and Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. So right here, this is the New York Open. In the New York Open, we're still in this huge range. Sells below this area would be very nice. I like sells below this area, and I like buys above this area. But aside from that, I'm just really waiting. Just really waiting. I took one trade for the day, so I think I might just call that my trading day. I think that's the best thing to do. And then just go on to Tuesday. So I'll actually speed that up. So right now I'm just sitting on my hands, not doing anything. No trades will be open as I took my one trade for the day. And I guess for future purposes, I'm gonna want something to close below here as opposed to just come there. But there also is this wick right here, so maybe I'm gonna want to have like price be here. So right here is the 8:30 a.m. candle. We are just sitting on our hands. No trades will be opened. Name this one new simulation. Alright. So I just wanted to save that simulation. I think I'm gonna call this a night early. I'm getting pretty tired, but you know, it's quite nice. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, take care.